Hey guys, Later Magic here. It's time for more spoilers from the absolute craziness that is Wilds of Eldraine, basically an unset that they made standard legal. You'll see why I'm saying that shortly. So first up, we've got what probably isn't the first reveal of the Wilds of Eldraine commander decks. There's only two of them. We've got Virtue and Valor. That's this one. And Fey Dominion. So not standard legal, but we do know what the two front cards are, which is Alayla, Cunning Conqueror, of course, from the Fey deck. It's a 2/4 for 4, blue-black of course, legendary creature fairy warlock with flying, and whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, create a 1/1 black fairy rogue creature token with flying. And those do have some interactions with past printed cards, like not just, in this set. And whenever one or more fairies you control deal combat damage to a player, goad target creature that player controls. So kind of a new mechanic, you get something done with that, but I mean, I think my historic deck, had a different Alayla. Like, I'm not even kidding. I think it's the other Alayla. And I remember that being pretty cool. I think she was 3-color. I might be wrong. I don't know. I could check, but that would require launching Arena. And I'm just not that committed. So next up, apparently I didn't look too close at these. This is probably actually the front card. I thought it was one each. I really didn't think that they would show us two from the same one that are both legendary, both on color. Okay. I mean, he's on the artwork, so all right. So it's 3 cost 2/3 fairy noble legendary creature, of course, flying, death touch, and other fairies you control get +1/+1. Yep. Whenever another fairy you control dies, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Boy, a board wipe would hit you hard. So from the other deck, we've got the almost definitely not front card, Eldraine Casting Director. Oh god, a bard. Just kill me. It's a 2-color green-white, 2/3 legendary creature human bard. Whenever whoever this is, or another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, choose one. Do a royal roll, sorcerer roll, or monster roll. That is actually kind of weak, and I'm glad he's not the front card. But we've got the one that matches the art, so I have to assume, because WotC didn't appear to specify. We've got Elivir of the Wild Court. It's 4 cost 4/4 legendary creature human knight, and whenever Elivir of the Wild Court enters the battlefield or attacks, create a virtuous roll token attached to another target creature you control. So that's +1/+1 for each enchantment you control. What? Green-white enchantments has been out of control for like 7 years. I mean, she has to herself attack, but you can protect her with flash speed, flashable instant speed enchantments, I should say. Yeah, I think this is the more valuable one, just saying. So whenever an enchanted creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. This is absolutely out of control. I mean, it's fine for Commander, but compared to the other one, this is triple the power. I mean, what are they relying on? The deck naturally having not enough removal? Okay, put in some different enchantment-based removal. It's singleton, you could probably make it the whole deck. Yeah, this is insane. The power discrepancy. I haven't seen the other cards, but just the power discrepancy. It's nuts. I guess it's probably just death in the air slowly versus death on the ground quickly, and you just that's the balance. I don't know. Wow. This is bad. So let's move on to the cards that are standard legal. Scream Puff. Hey, remember when I said that it's basically an unset? This is a 4-cost play on words card. Love it. 4/5 creature horror with death touch. It is not food. Okay, but whenever it deals combat damage to a player, create a food token. And the flavor text is too much sugar is bad for your health. That's right. Silly name. Stupid dad joke in the flavor text. Yeah, this is an unset. What are they even doing? Didn't Mark say the original Eldraine was going to be an unset, and then they just didn't? Anyway, next up we got the Iron Craig, which is really not spelled the way you think. So, it's a 2-cost legendary artifact colorless. Just got to be careful with that. Tap it to add 1 colorless. Hello. And whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may have the Iron Craig become a legendary equipment artifact named Everflame Hero's Legacy. If you do, it gains Equip 3, and equipped creature gets +3/+3 and loses all abilities. And it stays equipment because it doesn't say till end of turn. So it taps for mana, helps summon something, and then turns into equipment, but it doesn't auto-equip. But, I mean, +3/+3 and loses all abilities. I mean, a lot of legendary creatures have abilities that's triggered or activated. I don't know, still seems really, really good, but not, outrageously good. Just properly good. Next up, your boy Rankle's back. It's the Rankle Prankle. It's 4-cost black sorcery rare. That's going to be good. Choose one or more. So you could choose all three, my god. Each player discards 2 cards, because we need more of that in the game. Each player loses 4 life. Well, that includes you. Wait, oh my god, they all include you. Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. Okay, so that's a 25-cent card. So next up, we got another Virtue, another 7 cost, and that black one was mental. So this is 7 cost enchantment. We'll go with the 1 cost sorcery option. Return target creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. I mean, that's just nice. That isn't just early game. That's just a good card. Then if you drop it for the full 7, if you tap a basic land for mana, it produces 3 times as much instead. So Crypt Ghast on steroids, but harder to blow up. This is one of those, like, you think, oh, it's so much power. There have been better versions of this. I mean, Hydroid Krasis, that other stupid untap, unclaimed territory thing, arguably about as bad, but easier to pull off. There have been a couple tap for doubles, actually, in the past. Yeah, this is pretty spicy, but if you already had 7, see, that's where it's like, well, how much more did you need? Like, what are you spending it on? Especially in Standard. So next up, Virtue of Courage. They did scale this down for red, because red typically has access to less mana, or like tries to win sooner, however you want to phrase it. So it's a 5 cost. Whenever it's enchantment, obviously. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you may exile that many cards from the top of your library. You may play those cards this turn. So it's just burn. Not even red wins, but straight burn. Which then, why are you dropping a 5 cost? So I don't know how good this really is. You know, red mythic, that's garbage. That's been a meme for like 31 years-ish. But then it has Ember Blaze. Instant speed, 2 red, deals 2 damage to any target. So not great, but like, okay. I mean, if you threw like 1 in, I don't know. Even that's not worth it. I don't know. So next up we got Gumdrop Poisoner. Ooh, it's a 3-cost creature human warlock with a lifelink. And when Gumdrop Poisoner enters the battlefield, target creature gets -X, where X is the life you gained this turn. Oh good, black life gain is going to be a thing. It might just be black food, but I don't know. Hard to say. And then if you pay 1 black, you get the Adventure Instant, which is create a food token. Oh wow, I didn't even read that first, I assure you, but yeah, that makes sense. Next up, another one I just threw in, Candy Grapple, in case you didn't think this was an unset. My gosh. It's a 2-cost instant with Bargain. You may sack an artifact, enchantment, or token. As you cast a spell, target creature gets -4, or -3 until end of turn. See, I'm already mentally channeling the, something Grasp. I don't remember what it was, but good card. If the spell was bargained, it's -5. And of course, the very, very serious flavor text is, don't you mean poisonous? There's no such thing as a venomous. I am definitely not getting an Academy Award for that one. So poisonous is when you ingest it, it can kill you. Venomous is it's only hazardous if it's in your veins. This has been Biology with Des. And that's actually about it. That's all the noteworthy, like, high rarity spoilers. There's a couple, like, rares and stuff in the Commander set, but they weren't too interesting. I might cover them if spoilers aren't done. According to this website, they are close. So we'll see what happens there. I still got to look at a couple of the uncommons that might be interesting, so this probably won't be the last spoiler video. So if you want to see even more, like, for example, the one I'm going to cover right now because I forgot about it, Misleading Signpost. So this is in Fey Dominion, so it's Commander legal, but this is huge. Back when I first started Magic, Redirect was one of my favorite cards. And when I started, M13 was legal for like 2 weeks. So I couldn't use Redirect, except in casual games. So I wanted to use it so badly, because I was a white-blue player and still am, that we just started playing casual. And then I was like, well, I am very competitive, fine, I'll play by the rules, let's go Standard. And then I saw the overpowered crap, almost quit the game completely, went back to casual. Then when some stuff cycled out, I went back to competitive. And then I got really, really good at it. And then I looked at the other content creators and like, this is garbage. I can make better videos than that. I wish I was kidding. That is exactly what I was thinking. No joke. And look where we are now. So if you haven't read this yet, this is Redirect times 1,000,000. So Misleading Signpost. 3-cost, single blue, artifact with flash. It's really like an instant spell, but it's an artifact because you can tap it for blue from then on, which is also nuts. When Misleading Signpost enters the battlefield during the Declare Attacker's step, so you gotta get it just right, you may reselect which player or permanent target attacking creature is attacking. Permanent would be Planeswalker, obviously. Or a battle, of course. So you flash this in, during the declare attacker step, doesn't matter who they sent where, and you just send every single one of them wherever you want. But not back at themselves. It has to be a valid target, so it can't attack its controller or their own permanents, because that would be against the rules. That's been an ongoing rule with like everything like this in the game. You can change the target as long as the target is a valid target. So you guys know, my one remaining commander deck, and my favorite ever since I started playing the game, I've been modding it for like 10 years. Commander is Isperia, blue-white, don't attack me. If you attack me, bad things will happen to you. It is a complete dickish deck in 1v1, and an absolute politics deck in multiplayer. And if somebody's like, I don't believe you, I think you're bluffing, how bad could it be? You're angering me, I don't like that they're at 10 life and you're still at 40. I'm going to attack you anyway. Bitch, no you ain't. That should be the title of the deck, actually. Isperia, bitch, no you ain't. Or, try me. Isperia is whenever a creature attacks me per creature, I draw a card, by the way, so I will have a response. There is a 100% chance. And if you're going to get me without creatures, I got counterspells coming up my ass. And in fact, a lot of them are redirects. It is such a fun deck, and that's why I wanted to cover this card. This card is bonkers. It is the best thing to happen to my deck since I started building it. I would dare say this is better than redirect. So, man, oh my gosh, I love this. So yeah, I'm going to be picking up a copy of this one way or another. So thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe for more spoilers, and I'll see you next time.